At Progressive Mobility, we're so much more than the average physical therapy clinic. We follow a 3-step process with each client. First step is to take care of your pain. The second step is to extinguish it at its source. And the third is to keep you pain-free long-term so that you can continue doing the things that you love. My name is Jen. I'm the owner and head physical therapist at Progressive Mobility, and I would love to chat with you. My number is 864-485-5910. Thanks a lot.
Sportsmanship, leadership, inspire, determination, excitement. Welcome to the Slide Podcast. Your hosts, Jen and Aaron, are on deck and ready to introduce the current stars of Little League Baseball. So grab your favorite sports drink, fasten your chin strap, and get ready to go inside the chalk lines of our Little League fields. Here are your hosts, Coach Jen and Coach Aaron.
So welcome back to the Slide Podcast. We are super excited that you have joined us today. Jen, aren't we excited?
If you think you're excited, you're wrong. I'm excited. This has been a long time coming, worked really hard on getting these folks together. And so, yeah, you guys are in for a treat.
Yes, I think we talk about it during the recording, but this was a several month long process of wrangling everyone together, getting a schedule where everyone could be together at the same time. And I think we had a blast. There was a few corny comments from me in there, and as usual, always, but some really, really cool information. So, Jen, you want to tell us who's on the show?
I would love to. So we are so honored to be able to have a couple of young girls we got one locally and then a couple from out of town, Addison Wheeler, Riley Rigdon, Julianna, Alicia. Hopefully I don't butcher your name, Julianna. And then Melody Webb, Casey Gomez, and then the big time star from Texas, Texas Longhorns, Bella Dayton. And then 2 coaches join us as well. Tanya Metters, she's from USC Upstate. And David Steinman, he's a big-time coach out of Jersey who, if anybody's not following him on social media, on Instagram and Twitter, go ahead and follow him. He's got some really good drills, good practice ideas for everyone.
Yeah, and I want to definitely thank, as we get ready to start the show, I want to thank Guardian Baseball. So Matt and team at Guardian, they were phenomenal at helping us. We wanted to have someone to add to the call that's playing collegiate softball. And thankfully enough, Matt and team at Guardian, they were able to pull Bella Dayton in. And if you haven't heard of Bella, if you follow softball, go look her up. She's a phenomenal player. She's a great leader. She brings emotion and passion to the game, and she's a star. So she was in the College World Series last year, and it was awesome to have her on the show. And then Riley Rigdon, I definitely want to point that out. If you guys saw and followed social media over probably, I guess, about 6 months ago, she was the little girl that got the surprise letter that she made the travel ball team. She's on the show with us. And so fun-filled show, definitely something that baseball players, softball players, coaches, and parents, you'll get something out of this. Also want to thank Baseball Blue Book. They got us connected with Coach Steinman out of New Jersey. Unbelievable guy. Like Jen said, he's got over 100,000 followers currently on Instagram. This guy produces some amazing drills to help teach kids in their bodies how to move on the baseball and softball field. So, Jen, any final comments before we let them listen?
No, everybody just enjoy the show and give us any feedback you have about this one because we'd like to really make it a big deal.
Yeah. So this is a start of hopefully something to come. So you guys enjoy. Well, Jen, we finally done it. We're here to episode 20.
I can't believe it.
I know. And this is the episode, honestly, that has taken the most time to plan that we've talked about doing for this is what we've spent most of the last few months talking about.
Yeah, it definitely started a couple of months ago. And I mentioned it. Tanya can probably say, it's been a while. I was like, hey, we're going to do this softball episode. And she's probably like, nah, you're crazy. It's never going to happen, but just let me know if it does. I was like, okay. And then here we are.
I know. And, just so everyone that's out there listening, I'm the big dreamer. And I think we've said this in multiple episodes, but I wanted this episode to be special. We just got lucky enough to have one of our current superstars of college softball here with us. And Jen's always I told her when we first met, look, I'm going to go after everybody because all they can do is tell me no.
That's right.
And So, and we've been very fortunate, and we are super excited to be here today on our softball special episode.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. Everybody that's here. Look at Bella.
I'm always going to be here.
I mean, not Bella, Riley.
Thanks for having us.
Hey, girls, how is everybody doing?
Good. Good.
Well, awesome. So, Jen, you want to tell us who we got with us?
Yes. So we have a couple of girls from New Jersey area. So I'm going to just kind of go around the screen based on what we have here. We'll talk about the New Jersey girls first. We'll get you guys in there, and then we'll do Riley, and then work our way around the room. Does that sound good to everybody?
Yeah.
All right. So Julianna, you want to go first?
Yeah.
Just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you like about softball.
And what your favorite cereal is. That was a big hit on another episode. So what's your favorite cereal?
Okay,
Bella looks confident in that answer.
She's like, I know what I'm going to say.
She's got that swag on.
I do. My name is Julianna Alisea. I play for New Jersey Busters 16U. I'm a middle infielder, and my favorite cereal is, I don't really know. I don't really have a favorite.
All right. Do you like the sweet cereal, or do you like the real crunchy?
I like Cocoa Puffs.
Okay, there we go.
But I don't really know.
Solid.
Oh, we gotta do nicknames too.
Okay.
Yeah. So Julianna.
Yep, I don't have hers.
Yeah. What's your nickname?
People just call me Jules.
Jules. Okay, we can do. Yeah. I was thinking Cocoa Puff at first, but we'll go with Jules.
CP. Okay. So who's in the bottom right? I can't see.
The bottom right is Melody.
All right, Melody, you're up.
My name is Melody Webb. I am also on 16U Batbusters. You can call me Mel, and my favorite cereal is either Cocoa Krispies or Crave.
Crave.
Not familiar with that one.
No, that's an interesting. What's Crave?
It's like the cereal that has I don't really know how to explain it, but it has a chocolate filling on the inside.
Oh, you got me right there.
Oh yeah, I know it.
Oh my gosh,
it's like a crunchy outside and a chocolatey inside.
Listen, we're making commercials right here.
I'm getting hungry just talking about it.
Okay. All right, we got to move on because I'm going to go eat.
Casey.
Hi, my name is Casey Gomez. I also play on the NJ Batbusters 16U team. I'm a third baseman and an outfielder, and my favorite cereal is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, that's a good one. And what's your nickname?
Some people call me Case.
Case. Okay, got it. All right. We are lucky to have a local on the podcast. Addison, you want to go next?
Hi, I'm Addison Wheeler. I play on Carolina Elite Bryson. My nickname is Bull, and my favorite cereal is probably Fruity Pebbles.
Yes, that's it.
That's yours.
That's it.
All right. And the TikTok star.
Wait a minute. Did our screen freeze?
No, she's
trying to be funny right now.
Riley.
All right, Riley, go ahead and tell us about who you are.
I'm Riley, and I'm from Villa Rica, Georgia, and I play on Little Trouble, and my nickname is Trouble, and my favorite cereal is Fruit Loops.
Fruit Loops. That's a good one.
All right.
And I would like to point out that she plays on the Little Troubles, and her nickname is Trouble.
Yes.
So she might be team captain. I don't know.
Oh, and I play second base.
There we go.
That a girl. All right. Bella, let's hear from you.
I'm Bella. I play for UT, University of Texas. I'm an outfielder. I have a lot of nicknames. My mom grew up calling me Izzy B. A lot of people call me B, Bella.
You know what?
Wait, no, look, I did some digging, and I know one more that you
People call me Mambo.
Nope. There was an article written about
Buzz.
No, that wasn't it. Maybe somebody lied. Mufasa?
Okay, that was in high school for sure.
Okay. There was a Mufasa in there.
That was from high school.
Well, there was obviously there's a bunch of articles written. So I was like, oh, well, let me read some of these. And all right. So T Money on the mic.
Okay, hi. I'm Tanya. I'm a current pitching coach, University of South Carolina, upstate. I've been coaching college softball since 2010. And I go by Coach T now, but growing up it was T Money. And I'm not much of a cereal girl anymore. I eat overnight oats though with lots of fruits. But I would say Fruity Pebbles growing up.
There we go. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So now I got to ask you though, T Money, did you have like a hip hop game back in the day? Like, it sounds like you should have been
No,
dancing like the Fly Girls. Okay.
Absolutely not.
No,
The other
Yeah,
girls
stuck to softball. They got
probably
me
don't know
covered.
who the Fly Girls are.
Bella, do you know who the Fly Girls are? No? Oh, my goodness. All right, I'm going to be quiet because I am officially old.
You should, because J-Lo was a Fly Girl for a while.
Yes, she was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, look them up. All right, Dave, your turn.
Hey, I'm Coach Steinman, Dave Steinman. I'm from New Jersey. I'm a high school health and phys ed teacher. I coach high school basketball and high school baseball. I train local athletes here in New Jersey, and I was most recently in Texas and Dallas running an infield camp down there. My favorite cereal, I haven't had cereal in many years, but if I had to pick, probably Lucky Charms.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right,
Well,
Coach Aaron.
I get to go.
Yeah, go.
I'm Aaron Pridmore. I didn't play softball, so I don't have a position, but I did play baseball. So I was a right fielder, and I played first. My dream was to play in MLB, but I'm here right now, so that didn't happen. And my favorite cereal is Fruity Pebbles.
Who else's was Fruity Pebbles?
Riley and
Tanya?
And Tanya.
T-Money?
That's right.
Okay.
We should keep a running total of this and publish it. We should do. All right, we'll do that later.
All right. I'm Jen Wallace. I played softball all through college, so I went to Gardner-Webb University. I was an outfielder up until high school, and then finally Charlotte got the memo and started to switch over to fast pitch. So I only played 3 years of fast pitch before going to college, and went to Gardner-Webb, caught there, and then like many other females who play softball, we don't have much of an opportunity to play after college. So I coached for a while, and then I'm getting back into coaching since I have kids now. And I'm excited to get to know you guys a little bit better tonight. Super pumped.
Did we hear your cereal?
Oh, my cereal. Okay. So.
And nickname.
I mix my cereal. So I can't just have like one in a bowl. I have to have at least two. So I'm going to mix Cinnamon Toast Crunch with Frosted Mini Wheats.
Okay. I can see how that goes together, I guess. In a crazy kind of world.
You don't sound very confident about that.
I got to stick with sweets.
They're sweet. There's like a layer of
the chocolate, the cereal with the chocolate in the center.
That's good for you.
That's where we're going. That's where we're going.
Crave.
There. All right. That's right. Crave. So now that we know everybody, hopefully everyone's relaxed and we're going to have some fun. So, we got everyone here together today, and this is our first real episode dedicated to softball. We've referenced it before on the show, but the inner workings and how big the world of softball is so amazing. Mm-hmm. And, Jen and I have talked about it. It's, when we got into it, we were scratching the surface with, just Little League and learning about that. And then the world of softball just sort of hit us in the face. Of course, my family, we love the College World Series. So Bella, our College World Series player, thank you very much for coming on and joining us. And so for all our listeners out there today, if you play Little League, if you play baseball, hey, you know what? Stay tuned into this episode because I can promise you, you're going to learn a lot of stuff from our softball superstars. So, Jen, let's go.
So kind of the way we're going to work the first part, I don't think that the girls are very shy. We were thinking you guys weren't going to talk a whole lot. We would kind of go through some of the coaches and break the ice. So that's what we'll do. But if you guys have any questions, girls, about anything we talk about, please unmute yourselves, ask your question. And that's what we're here for, is really for you girls, is to get you guys answers to any questions that you might have. The reason that you're here is because you have tons of potential. And we know that you want to take it to the next level and play in the college atmosphere. So now is your chance to ask questions. Please let us know if you have anything. So what I want to do is I want to kick it off and talk to Bella and ask her a question really quick about parents making the choice for their kids to be a single sport athlete at a young age. So what we see a good bit around here is like, by the time they're 9 and 10 years old, they're playing travel ball, and it's year round because the weather is nice and we can get outside most of the seasons. So talk a little bit about maybe the sports that you played as a kid and how you feel about multi-sport athletes at this point.
Yeah, so I grew up trying to play any sport that I could possibly get into. I majority of the time played basketball, soccer, ran track, and I played softball too. And then throughout there, I just played volleyball, played lacrosse, and I think that was it. But just being a multi-sport athlete, I think softball really has so many different dimensions to it. And just being able to play all these different sports, ties into, how softball is played in overall. So I think that venturing out and having the agility from a soccer player or just having the fundamentals of a basketball player can really tie into how you play the sport of softball, and just keeping the pace of how the game is played, because we play it pretty fast. Even when we're young, we play it super quick. So I think just having the mentality, it actually helps with the mental game as well too, playing all the different sports and going through struggles with it all.
So that's an interesting point. You said it helps with the mental side. How do you feel like, that's something new that I've never thought about, like the multi-sport, how it affects the mental side of it. We've talked a lot about like young athletes go through from a mental and the pressure standpoint. Like, how does it help you there?
Just being able to go from sport to sport and being able to clear your mind from one sport to another, I think that really helps with, keeping the sport going and being able to, stay committed to it. For me personally, I would switch back and forth from softball season to basketball season when it came. So, I was able to take a break from one sport and actually be able to, sit and actually think through the process of what I just went through. And while doing that, I played a different sport and it kind of would just flip-flop throughout the year. So I wasn't always set on one sport and just thinking about that year round.
I love that. Just the fact, because you may have a kid that you can see given talent, like they're going to be good at softball, they're going to be good at baseball, but they may not see that instant success, and that may frustrate them, and they may go and try another sport, and that may help build their confidence. Like I think about my son, and I talked about him so much on the show, but he struggles with that self-confidence part. But he's 7 and he hadn't had the opportunity to play multiple sports yet. And that makes perfect sense. Like that's great point there.
And you never know what you're going to be super good at. You may love softball, but might not be the thing that you're the best at. So, of course, I've talked about my son a lot too. He's playing flag football right now. My, of course, big dream was for him to love baseball as much as I love softball, but it's just not going to happen that way.
Right.
And he is loving flag football. So I'm proud of him. He's having a great time. And that's what it's all about, is just having fun and being good at the sport that you love. So I think, that's definitely a great point. So I had the thought when you were talking, though, it didn't sound like you had been in many individual sports. So I feel like tennis is more individual sport, golf. So you were always in a team setting.
Right. Always.
Yeah.
Well, you grew up in a household with 4 brothers, right?
I did.
Yeah.
That's a team in itself.
You had a basketball team.
That creates a total different mentality in itself. That's like, were you the youngest?
I'm 4 of 5. Yeah.
Okay.
4.
So, but that was, for the long time, that was survival of the fittest right there. So that's fun. Your mom told me a couple fun facts about you, and we may get to those later.
Oh, no.
All right. Tanya, if you can talk right now, I would like to ask you, since you are currently recruiting, tell me what you look for in recruit. And when these girls are looking at schools that they would like to go to, would you recommend only applying to the school that they want to go to and trying to be recruited there? Or would you suggest increasing their radius and going and looking elsewhere?
Yeah, I would say when recruiting, we look for athletes that just I would say, go hard all the time, kind of like pit bulls on a mound. I obviously work with pitching specifically, but good teammates, athleticism, obviously. I don't think I really look for speed. I think it's whatever matches my staff specifically. But good people, we watch how they, obviously if we like them on the field, then after that, we really watch to see how they treat their parents, how they treat their coaches, how they treat their teammates. And we pay attention to those things because those are important. Obviously, we want good people to come to be part of our culture and our program. So we've been blessed with that too. Last year and this year specifically, I've been to Upstate for this past year and then this year as well. So those are important factors for us to see that success for our program.
Can I ask you a question? So how has social media changed how you recruit?
Look at her face.
Oh my gosh. Look at that face. So how much Facebook and Instagram stalking do you do?
I actually don't go on Facebook. People find me on Facebook, I would say. it's more like parents and coaches. It's not really the athletes themselves that have Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely like Pack is the other assistant. We drove up to Huntsville, Alabama today to recruit specifically to watch some junior college games. And we were talking about different players, and immediately we just go straight to Twitter and try to find more information about them. And if we can't find them on Twitter, then I Google just to see if I can find information. And then Instagram is a pretty big one now, but I would say most recruits have Twitter now, and they use Twitter to get recruited, in my opinion.
Yeah. Jen and I have realized that over the time of doing this podcast that Facebook is for old folk. So like
Bella's like, yeah.
We understand that now.
With Facebook, like if you were to go through my messages, it's not the student athletes who are like messaging me, it's their coaches and their parents on Facebook. And I don't reply. I just ignore them, because if you can't take the time to reach out to me to a personal email, then I'm not going to seek you out that way.
So take notes, it's important girls. Y'all hear that?
Well, I think student athletes should be the ones that are doing that work. Parents shouldn't have to do that for you.
I love to hear that. Take some responsibility on your development.
When I was being recruited, I got recorded on a VHS tape, and I sent my videos.
They don't know what that is.
They might not.
They don't
Google it, Twitter it, whatever. So I recorded. Yeah, I was recorded. Skills, hitting, catching, whatever, on a VHS tape, and I put them in like a bubble envelope and sent them out to all the schools that I wanted to go to.
That's old school stuff. That's good stuff, though.
But like that's the way it was. So you guys, you girls that are listening, be aware of your coaches, the recruiters. Everybody's looking at your social media to see what kind of person you are. Because if they actually come to watch you play, they already know you're good or they wouldn't be there. So show them what type of person you are. If you've got people sitting in the stands that are watching you play, they already know you can play. They're watching you behind the scenes is what Tanya's telling you. They're seeing how you treat your coaches and how you treat your parents and your teammates when they get out and how you act when you get out. So take note of that.
Bella, so we would all agree that you're a relatively very successful college athlete. How have you had to change, and how do you have to be mindful of social media? Because you're on social media just like the rest of us, but how do you have to think about social media?
We tend to have meetings about this every year. You kind of just have to think about you represent yourself, but you also represent the whole university and the name that's across your chest every day. I mean, we wear the logo all day, every day. We walk over campus, people know who we are. So for people to see us and know who we are, that's an even bigger thing. So that's kind of what we have to be mindful of. We work through what we post and what we are allowed to post and what not to post. We're smart like that. And if we do see things that aren't the smartest, we tend to jump on it pretty fast. So
that's good. I mean, and that goes for baseball. I mean, that goes for anybody listening right now. Your next job, I can promise you, as working in corporate America, if I get an application for someone, that's the first thing that I'm doing is I'm going to social media and I'm going to see what I'm agreeing to bring on board. Because if I see the person that's creating a lot of drama or being a part of a lot of the drama, you have to wonder where you fall in as a part of that problem. So anyway, good stuff.
Can I add one thing to that as well?
Yeah, please.
I would say when you're on social media too, a lot of people don't think about it, but your likes pop up too. We can go to what you're liking on Twitter. We can go to your Instagram and what you like in certain things that way. So a lot of people don't think about that, but
I didn't think about that.
We can go directly to that. We can see images that you've been tagged in. There's just, unless your profile is on private, but if you're liking certain things like music or let's say crafting, just different things like that, we can see everything that you're liking. And that's one way to really see externally how you are, behind the scenes per se, because I think sometimes people think they can hide certain things on social media, but eventually at some point people find out.
Well, with the word being social, that should give you enough alarm right there, right? There's nothing private when the word social comes into play. So
I'm so glad that these things were not around when I was in school.
I know. See, y'all make fun of us about the VHS tape, but see, that same person had to follow us around with a big old box on their shoulder to try to record us doing the stuff that y'all get caught doing.
Yep.
All right. True. Hey, Dave, did you have any questions for Tanya or Bella?
No, I was just going to piggyback off what Bella said to start about being a multi-sport athlete. I think that as a high school athlete and even a youth athlete, being able to learning to compete in maybe a sport that you're not the best at. So like if you play softball exclusively, you're probably one of the better players on the team, but you may go play basketball and you may be in the middle of the pack, or maybe you're not a starting 5 player, you're a 6, 7, 8 player. You need to figure out a way to compete and understand your role and how can I impact the team, maybe not scoring 20, but still being a contributor. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself unhappy and you're not going to be able to survive in softball, being the spotlight, or even outside of softball in the real world, not getting what you want all the time. So kind of just teaching you more valuable lessons about maybe not getting what you want and figuring out a way to still contribute.
Yeah, I think that's great. Learn how to be a teammate.
Well, listen, in college, there's scholarship athletes and there's like walk-ons and non-scholarship athletes. Some of the girls that were on the team that maybe weren't even on scholarship were some of the best hype men and the biggest cheerleaders in the dugout.
Hold on. Y'all have a role called the hype man? Hype man?
Hype man? Like the biggest cheerleaders.
Oh, I thought that. I was like, I didn't need, I was like, okay.
They're the 10th man on the field.
The big, okay, I got you.
Okay.
Got you.
So
I was about to ask Bella
the biggest cheerleaders. They're the first one out to the plate when you score. Like
I understand.
Some of my best friends, who cares if you're on scholarship, but I'm saying that some of them are the absolute biggest cheerleaders and they know their role.
Yeah.
And then they might not get a whole lot of playing time, but
they end up proving it and they get scholarships.
It can happen. It can definitely happen. Dave, I want you to talk about, so we have a lot of like parents and coaches that listen to the podcast. So can you tell us what some of the skills are that you may see in the younger kids that you're like, if they don't get this right now, they may not be able to get to the next level? So what are some deal breakers for you if you're working a camp or working with some kids one-on-one? What do you need to see out of these young athletes?
I think the first thing is they need to understand how their body works and how they need to learn to navigate how to move their body, changing direction, changing speed, how to create space for themselves. I mean, just being an overall athlete, which comes back to what Bella said about being a multi-sport athlete, like just being able to learn how to move your body. And then in team settings, Aaron, you and I talked about it a little bit the other night, like the emphasis on skill development is so undervalued when you get to the team setting, so that players don't know the most simple things of, I do a lot of infield stuff. So it's like your last 2 steps before you catch the ball. Nobody can give you that answer without being told what it is they should be doing. They just expect to do it, and coaches will just go out there and hit fungos. So I think that there's no skill that's too little to learn. I think that youth athletes need to be exposed to anything and everything in terms of what can be thrown at them in the game. And then that needs to be done through practice. I'm a big advocate for practice. I think everybody needs to practice a little bit more and play less games. But that's I'm of the smaller percentage. Everybody just wants to play games. So
let me ask you a question. I've heard points of view of both sides. Do you feel like as you're in the middle of like coaching a game, is the game setting when you spend most of your time coaching, or do you just let the kids play and then use practice for the coaching?
My personal philosophy is the game is for the kids. It's not my time to micromanage what they're doing. Like they need to understand that some plays are going to be exceptional and some plays they're not going to be exceptional. Need to learn how to bounce back from that particular play and still come back on the next pitch. So that's their time to shine. If you're practicing and you're preparing the right way in practice, and youth practices are tough because you may only see them once or twice a week.
Yeah.
But when you get to the high school and college level, I mean, you're practicing 6 days a week, Belly. What do you guys allow? 20 hours a week of team practices? Yeah. It's on your own to get and then you get your own individual work in. Like that's where you iron out the mistakes that you make. And too often times you make mistakes on the weekends and you come to practice and all you do is get fungos or batting practice on the field, but you don't talk about the first and third play that we botched over the weekend, or the double cut we should have lined up, or just the situational part of the games where you make mistakes.
Hey, let me ask you, what's fungo? I know
fungo?
The answer. Yeah, but I think there's somebody out there that may not know what that could be.
I mean, a fungo is a particular bat that a coach would use. It's a little bit longer in length and a little bit lighter for us old folks like me. So I can swing it over and over. Although I've actually stopped hitting a lot of fungos. Now I have 2 machines that spit out ground balls for me.
Oh, that's fancy.
Oh, I've seen those. They're awesome.
Yeah. I'm getting high maintenance now.
I want to see if the girls have any questions.
I have a question.
Okay, Casey.
For Bella. What was it like to transfer schools?
That's a good question. It was super hard for me. I think, just having the thought that I could possibly transfer, hoping that things, would change for me or change the environment that I was in. I think the worst thought that I probably had was actually being told that I was in the transfer portal and not knowing, where I was going to end up or who was going to call, if anybody would call, because it was a mid-year and it's been after COVID. A lot of schools with the whole bringing everybody back and the whole money situation, I kind of had to put the thought through my head that I might not even play this past season. But obviously I had the luxury of, getting calls from a couple schools and being able to go visit those. So it definitely was a tough process, but good things came out.
That was a very honest answer.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So I hear about this transfer portal all the time. Was it a fun experience?
No.
No?
I mean, being able to visit other schools, I think, was a fun experience because, when I was young and being able to commit in the 8th grade, you kind of visit the first school you see. And
you committed to Arizona in 8th grade?
I committed to Ole Miss my freshman year of high school.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay.
And I decommitted. So, I feel like at a young age or before the rule was passed to where you can't commit to your junior year, a lot of people would visit, their first school and be like, yeah, that's the one. I will say I was one of those.
I would be that person too.
Yeah.
I would do it.
I mean, you're young at that point. You don't know what you want.
Yeah, it was a long process, but it was good to see like what other schools that I might have, visited in the past, but didn't actually get the chance to. But now that I'm older, I kind of had a realization of what I wanted and what I was looking for.
That's awesome. We need to get you back because I want to hear more about how college has changed since the NIL has come into play. But we'll save that one for another episode. So awesome. Jen, I'll let you go back.
Well, I was going to see if the girls had any other questions.
This is for Bella. What does your typical daily schedule look like?
So normally I wake up at 6 and it depends on the day, but we either have weights at 7 or 7:30. And then right after, since we're in the fall and we're in the off season, we practice in the mornings. So practice will be from like 8:30 to 11:30 or from 9 to 12. And then after that, I normally have like an hour gap, maybe 30 minutes to eat food. And then we have class ranging from like 12:30 all the way. We have people that go until like 7 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And then after that, we eat dinner and go to bed.
Do it all again the next day.
Yeah, pretty much all day. Every day.
Riley, does that sound fun to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I don't think we haven't told everybody who Riley is yet. We gotta give Riley the spotlight for a minute. Okay. So Riley is joining us, and you've probably seen her face because she was one of the lucky young ladies. She's 8 years old, and she tried out for a 10U travel ball team. And she was, riding in the car, and the travel ball team sent a letter, Riley. And if I say this story wrong, I want you to correct me, okay? But they sent her a letter to tell her that, if she made the team or not. And her mom, pulled the camera out and got a video of her reading the letter. And the letter told her she made the team. But what sold the hearts of America out there, and myself included, was the facial expression. Because she was so excited she made the team. I think everybody's probably seen your face, Riley. What do you think?
Maybe.
I just got chills hearing that story.
I know.
And I've seen the video multiple times.
I watched it so many times. So you stole my heart. So do you plan on playing softball when you go to college?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Do you know where you want to go?
No.
Oh. Maybe UGA since you're in Georgia.
Look, Bella, I'm trying to convince everybody that the University of Miami needs a softball program. Are you a fan of that idea?
Yes.
I'm a Hurricanes fan, so I want a softball program. But our coach from USC upstate here, she wasn't a big fan of that one. So
I'm a Clemson fan, and I'm so excited about Clemson having actually really good. Oh my! Who said that? Addison?
Mm-hmm.
Addison, we've already had this conversation. You cannot go to Clemson.
There's some local girls on that team.
Yeah?
Yeah. And they're going to be really good. Anyway, that's beside the point. All right.
We beat them.
That's okay.
Who, Clemson?
There's like luck sometimes happens. I don't know.
Right.
Right.
And Bella's like, yeah, okay. You keep telling yourself that.
I know. I need to go to a game this year. I'm excited. But I have a question. I have a trivia question.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
First person, we got to pay attention to who has their hand up first. Okay. True or false? One of the original names of softball was kitten ball. Nobody knows. Anybody?
That's crazy.
Do you know?
I have no idea, but I'm interested.
It's true. Oh, Bella. I mean, not, God, I keep calling you Bella. You look like a Bella. Riley.
Riley, what would you think the answer to that is?
It's true.
It's true?
It's true. Kitten ball was one of the first names.
Kitten ball. What was the reason for that?
Because the softball team's name was like the kittens or something. So they called it a kitten ball.
Okay.
It's not the best answer in the world. Okay. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right. True or false? Dot Richardson. Anybody know who that is? Come on, girls.
No. I don't think so.
Okay, some of you do. All right.
T-Money does.
Who hit the game-winning home run in the 1996 gold medal games is also a doctor.
Yeah, true.
What kind of doctor? Extra points, bonus points.
Who said it was true?
Tanya did. You don't know what kind?
She's like a surgeon, but I think, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
she's a pediatric surgeon.
Look at that.
Uh-huh.
This is like Jeopardy.
Want me to do one more for now?
Yeah, let's do another one.
Okay. In the 2022 Women's College World Series, which player hit a single in the 5th inning, which eventually allowed Texas to take a 6-5 lead against Oklahoma State? Who is it?
Is it Bella Dayton?
Is it true?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know, Bella. Is it?
Yeah.
We have the source here.
Yes. It actually happened.
She can walk us through the play really quick. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, I'm going to do one more. Okay. Softball was removed from the Olympics in 2016. That was the first time a sport has been dropped from the Olympics in how many years? I'll give you a multiple choice. 10, 50, 70, or 69?
Dave, you got an answer?
I'm terrible at trivia
10?
questions, so no.
10?
Nope.
We got an answer. Is it 10?
It's not.
Ooh.
50.
Nope.
So let's put perspective of the question. So this is the first time a sport has
1996.
been removed from the Olympics, and it was softball that was removed.
Yes.
So it's the first time honestly, I care more about why they removed it, not even how long it was been.
You know, I don't know why. Because it's super
Breakdancing.
popular. What'd you say?
They brought in breakdancing.
I'm super offended by that.
Oh my God. We replaced softball as an Olympic sport for breakdancing.
And we already had 3 gold medals at that point, right?
For breakdancing?
No.
Like, all right, that's a whole nother episode in itself right there. So
The answer is 69 years. The first time a sport had been dropped from the Olympics, and it was softball.
wow.
In 69 years. But I forget which other one had been dropped 69 years prior.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna do-
It's back now though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I'm going to do one more.
This is our future right here on the screen. So
Yep.
the next time that there's even a potential threat of this kind of crazy stuff happening again, Casey, look, I'm going to need you to stand up and you're going to have to put your foot down, and like that can't happen. For breakdancing, like what's the next sport? TikTok posting? I mean,
my gosh.
like who knows?
Crazy.
All right. Sorry.
All right. I'm going to do one more. UCLA standout Maya Brady won Softball America Freshman Player of the Year last year. Who is her uncle?
It's Tom Brady.
Good one.
Yeah, she hit a couple dingers in the World Series or in the playoffs.
Can we do one more? Because I have a little story that goes with it.
Yeah.
All right. What Olympian pitched at Tennessee? Tanya. Tennessee. The other UT. Monica Abbott. You're muted, but it's fine. You were thinking. I hear you.
Of her name.
Yeah, I was getting there.
The wildest wind up in softball. So, small story. Gardner Webb played University of Tennessee at Tennessee when Monica Abbott played there. She pitched a no-hitter.
Oh, yeah?
She did.
She no-hit you.
Yeah. I did hit a line drive to the first baseman, but she did pitch a no-hitter.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
I've been no-hit before. I'm pretty sure I was on a little league team that was no-hit a couple times. So
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah, she's an Olympian, so I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right. That's
All
it
right.
for now.
So back to the normal broadcast.
Mhm.
Okay.
Anybody have any questions?
I have a question for Bella.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part in like the World Series?
Probably the Oklahoma State game. It's just crazy because like we play them in conference and stuff like that. And I wasn't on the team last year with them, but they played them in super regionals and lost to them last year. So it was just cool to be able to come back and I'm not kidding when I tell you every single person was rooting against us all postseason, all in the World Series. So it was just cool to be able to win that game and actually come back from it.
Why do you think that was?
I noticed
just
that really too. Love to do horns down, and we just laugh at it. We just find it hilarious.
I have to ask you a question. Have you ever met Matthew McConaughey?
No.
You know he's a Longhorn, right? Like he's a big one. All right. I just had that because he's like one of my idols, and he's a pretty cool dude. So anyway, as a sidebar.
He goes to the games.
Oh, yeah, he does. Well,
he does.
The football games. Yeah, I've seen him. Yeah. Cool.
Addison, anything else?
Do you know Jesse Harbor?
I do know Jesse Harbor. That's my best friend.
I don't know.
Yeah, my travel ball team had like a camp with her, and it was fun.
I played travel ball with her growing up, her and her sister, and then I played with her at Arizona, and she moved over to Clemson for the GA role.
You should have talked her out of that.
I think our travel ball coach was related to the coach somehow from Clemson, so they've been super close over the years.
Gotcha. So Riley, what questions do you have? You have any questions for our coaches?
No.
No, not right now. Okay.
I have a question for Bella, if you don't mind, Bella. Like, what is a typical workout? Do you spend a lot more time on your individual skills, or is it all like, what do you focus the most on in your training?
A cool thing we do here is every semester we actually go through a sports science training. So they do our body comp, which measures out our body mass, our fat mass, whatever. And then we go through different science things with cameras and stuff like that measure out like our strength on both sides, like our power, pretty much everything anything sports science wise. And what's cool is they go to our strength coach and they kind of just go over each individual plan. So for me, a lot of mine is like speed, not so much of like strength and power because I'm just quick based. So like me and a couple of the other fast girls on the team will have a different workout than the girls that are like all power will be different than. So the catchers and the pitchers kind of have some similarities. The outfielders kind of have some similarities in their workout, and we kind of have a strong foundation in like what we do. And then everything that works around those sets is based on like what we are like specialized in, I guess.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's cool.
Does it vary with season versus off season too? Do you back down during the season a lot?
Yeah, just because we travel so much during season and, we get those limited days of practice and stuff, we only are really working out 2 to 3 times a week. And we do a lot of recovery, mobility. We even do it on the road. Mm-hmm. That's kind of something we like take some full seriousness in because our bodies are just burnt out. We're getting old.
Well, sports science has changed a lot too over the past few years. And
Thanks for listening to the Slide Podcast. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. In the meantime, stay connected with Coach Jen and Aaron on Instagram at The Slide Podcast Show, on Facebook at The Slide Podcast, and the Facebook private group, The SLIDE Podcast. Until next time.